What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Reclaim Your Throne coming at you with another crazy video. But first, my goal is to get to 5,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe. And you already know, Reclaim Your Throne.
Welcome back to Overdose. Today we have a just one-on-one edition. I'm about to just host this shit. We about to have Andrew Tate topics and let them discuss whether they like it or not. Let's jump into it. Introducing the two panelists of today. Starting from my right, just introduce yourself, your age, and then your relationship status.
I'm Maya. I will be 24 in a couple of weeks.
Okay, happy early birthday.
Thank you. And I am very single.
All right. Why you say very single?
You already know what it is. It's your boy Reclaim Your Throne, a.k.a. Black Gen Z Mindset, a.k.a. Quarantino to God. I'm 27 years old, and I am in a relationship.
Talk your shit. All right, let's jump right into it with the first clip for the tape. People been waiting on this.
At the same time,
You think it's possible for a man to be loyal to one girl?
I think it's possible for men to do lots of things. Sure, we can go to the moon. You can be loyal to one girl. You can go scuba diving if you want to. I don't think that if men were truly honest with themselves that they want to be, I think men are loyal to a woman to try and inspire loyalty out of her. A man will sit there and go, I only want to be with her. But really what they're saying is, I only want her to be with me, which is a masculine imperative, and it's natural, and I completely understand that. Every man's the same. But if you could make a woman be loyal to you while not being loyal to her, then you would not be loyal to her. If a man's truly honest and says, if I can press this button and she's loyal to me no matter what I do, am I still going to only be with her? Now, you might prefer her. You might spend 99% of your time with her, etc. Completely get that. But on a long enough time frame for the rest of your human life, if she's going to be loyal to you regardless, are you telling me that without any kind of backlash from her, without the chance of her cheating, without any bullshit, you're going to tell me for the next 50 years you're not going to fuck anything ever once?
If she let you, why not? Like, you know what I mean?
Okay,
I feel like everyone would agree.
All right, let me hear your thoughts. Yeah, do you think guys think like that? From your personal experience.
I feel like you said, I feel like it's possible, but...
You talk your shit, go ahead.
No, because, like, for me, like, damn. Like, when he said 50 years, I'm like, shit. Like, I don't know that I could do all that. But I feel like if you have the discipline, and if you are one of those people who's, like, envisioned that life, then, you know, so be it. If that's the case, I don't know if it's going to work for both sides. But I definitely think it's possible.
Okay. For you, if you was dating somebody, they was perfect. They was fucking rub your feet once you want to, rub their feet, etc. They're the best boyfriend, etc. And then they cheated, or they came to you and said, "Hey, I want to sleep with someone else." Would you be down?
I'd be like, "Go do your thing," but I ain't involved.
Really?
Yeah.
But would you return the favor and cheat back, or would you just accept that he's taking care of you and all that kind of stuff, and you know he's gonna go exercise options? And
if somebody's cheating on me, I think that I would like fully exit the relationship. I don't feel like there's a point. Like, we can still do what we do. I feel like you don't have to be like dating. I'm also not like the typical female who's like, I want a white picket fence and, you know, a husband and kids and all this stuff. I've never envisioned myself like that. I just kind of, you know, personally want to live my life independently, but you know,
okay,
I would exit.
Okay.
Well, yeah, like I said in the last podcast, sexual access and sexual variety for men is essential for a man's mental health. And let me tell you why. If you look at these guys who are watching adult films, and I know that a lot of men out here, especially on the internet, are watching adult films, I want you to ask them, are you jerking off to the same adult film star every time? And I guarantee that answer is no. That's because men like variety. And there's something that one of the panelists on the clip that we just saw said. He mentioned that, if she lets you, why not? See, that's where you got it fucked up. It's not that she lets you. It's that you negotiate the terms of the relationship, and it's your way or the highway. So it's not, she lets you. This is something that you have a rite of passage to by virtue of the terms of the relationship that you negotiated up front.
Okay, let's go to the next one. Trent? Yes, sir. Well, everyone's here.
No, you have to explain it first. Explain it for the
video.
Be a professional.
I will. Sorry.
Be a professional. We're on one of the biggest podcasts in the world, so please explain
He's new
to the podcast.
He's new to the pod too. But
I'm not.
So.
Explain to the podcast
You're still
what
on
I
trial
said.
a bit. Wow, yeah, probably with this guy.
Yeah.
You said you had to have girls had to have lines for each body that they've had on their
That's
forehead.
not even what I said.
No, you said it would, if girls would have the number of body count or whatever they have on their head, it'd make everything way easier.
How so? But how would it be displayed?
I didn't know exactly what you said after that, but I know. It was,
I'm here on this podcast, you guys. You don't even understand what I said. I'm upset.
Because we want the audience to know, so we need you to dive into it.
I said that a lot of the world's problems could be fixed if women walked around with their body counts on their foreheads. I didn't say lines.
Sorry.
And
What
it's
would be
fine.
fixed? Like world hunger?
Everything will be fixed, bro. Society at large could benefit from that scenario.
What does that fix?
Because you have to extrapolate it. You have to extrapolate it and look at it the meta point. If women can't just sleep with anybody and everybody because they're going to be known for it and shamed for it, they're going to be very, very selective with who they sleep with. If they're very, very selective, then men are going to have to be very, very, very hardworking and very, very dedicated to becoming a man worth sleeping with. So now men are going to be more honorable. Men are going to try harder. Men are going to be more interested in making sure that they're a person who's upstanding in society. Women are going to be very selective who they choose. They're more likely to stick with a guy through thick and thin because they don't want to add a new number to their head. Families will return. Families are an extension of society as a whole, right? It's family, then it's town, then it's city, then it's state,
that makes somewhat sense.
No, then it's the country.
They should make a Black Mirror episode about that.
They should try it.
I disagree.
Of course you disagree.
But I'll tell you why.
Tell me why.
Because it's different. Like if you're looking for a one-night stand, and one chick had.
All right, I want to get your take on this. But we probably talked about this multiple times, but I want to get your take on body count.
I mean, I don't understand why. Like he wouldn't say that the guys and girls should have it. Because honestly, sometimes I feel like men would look like some of the. Not every man, obviously, but
talk your shit.
Some men, like, it seems almost as though they would fuck anything that breathes or something. Like, it's just really weird, especially the way that certain men talk about women. That makes it seem that way. I mean, if people ask me my body count, like, it's like I don't really care. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like if you're gonna have sex with somebody and they want to know that personal information about you, give it to them because you're having sex. Like, that's something that's like, you know, one, quite vulnerable, and two, like, that deals with you and your health and everything like that. Like, that should be something that's kind of discussed anyways.
Yeah.
If that's what it comes to. But it's funny because, like, I'm in my head, I'm thinking it's like he's saying, like, oh, it would make it, like, so much easier, but, like, it's almost as if the world is already supposed to know, like, men are just gonna, like, do these things, but women are gonna be shamed for doing these things.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just think it's a little bit silly.
Well,
Okay,
the thing is, only a select few of men can actually exercise those options and run up a high body count. As you all know, if you have been watching this podcast, 33% of men between the ages of 18 and 31 are virgins or haven't had intercourse within the last year. And, I kind of agree with what Andrew Tate said. What I would say, though, is you don't need a counter on her head or on her forehead or on her chest like Iron Man to know how many bodies she got. I have a body count formula for you guys, so you're listening up.
Okay, talk
so
to us.
what I would say is you take her age, subtract that by 18, and multiply that by 3 conservatively, and then you can kind of get an idea of where her body count is, especially if you look at the way that she presents herself, her actions, maybe look at her online presence and whatnot, and you can kind of come to a conclusion on where her body count is now. As far as actually having some type of notification on a woman's body count, you know, I think men would still overlook that. You know,
really?
I think generally, like most men would overlook it because men have been conditioned to say, oh, body count doesn't matter, when in all actuality it does. So especially when it comes to guys who are in the military, a lot of those guys have a high self-deletion rate.
Yeah.
And the number one cause of self-deletion in military men is not PTSD like they want people to think. It's actually the fact that they received a Dear John letter, and a Dear John letter is basically a letter from their wife saying, hey, I found another man, I'm divorcing you, and I'm moving on, you're overseas, I can't take it, I'm not getting enough attention, you're not stimulating me emotionally. So that's what really pushes men over the edge, and I think if men were able to use that body count formula and do the math and see if your math lines up with what you actually see in her behaviors, then you would avoid a lot of those situations and not even get yourself involved with a woman who you guessed or you calculated had a body count that was outside of the realm of, you know, what you were comfortable with dealing with.
Okay. And then for you, does body count matter for a dude? I mean, like if he has over, I don't know, 50 or 100, is that a disqualifier for you?
I feel as though, like, if I'm going to have sex with you and you can prove to me that you are clean, I do not give a fuck what you did in your past life, or because it's like we all have that past, so it's like I don't care. You ask me, I have the right to ask you at that point, so it's like if you can prove to me, if you can, you know, do what you're supposed to do as an adult, then so be it. I don't know. I feel like it matters to like a certain extent. I feel like in other scenarios, like if you're talking about dating or certain people that you know have had sex with or whatever, like I feel like in certain scenarios it matters, but I don't know.
Okay.
I feel like if you're responsible as an adult.
Do you think men care about your body count?
I don't care if they do or don't. I'm gonna decide what we do. Like the fuck. Like I don't care if they do or don't.
What do you mean? No, break it down because I'm not understanding.
Well, like I don't know. People don't really ask that of like anymore.
Yeah, of course.
From what I've seen, I feel like I don't. Okay, for me, we were talking about this earlier before you came in here. We were talking about how like the types or whatever. My type is I like, you know, black men that are over 30, preferably over 35. But like, so people that, you know, kind of have their shit together, are responsible, that sort of thing. Like I feel like the more often that I go for that sort of type, like body count doesn't really come up. It's more so like, are you safe?
Got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, so I don't really give a fuck if like about body count or if they want to know mine or not. Regardless, if you're not safe or if I don't want to do it, whatever the case may be, that's me.
Okay.
That's my decision.
I'm gonna ask the same question.
I would say body count matters for men and women in different ways. So for a man, body count matters to a man. A woman's body count matters to a man because he, for one, just like biological urges, he wants to ensure paternity and all that good stuff. But he also wants to feel like that woman is just for him.
Yeah.
And he doesn't want to have any outside interference. That's why you see a lot of guys saying, oh, don't deal with single moms, this, that, and the third, because they don't want to have to deal with the burden of not only taking on that child, but taking on the parent of that child. Yeah. But body count matters to women because they it's not necessarily about a number. It's more about the competency of that man when dealing with women. So a man can't really know how to deal with women until he's dealt with women and actually had sex with women. Like, you know, if a guy is out here and he's getting strung along for dates and stuff like that and not really closing and not really ending up smashing girls, a woman's going to be able to see that, and then she's going to string him along too, because she's just going to know that, oh, he doesn't really have what it takes to actually close this interaction. to maybe arouse her sexually and to get her in bed. Mm-hmm. So, for a woman likes to see that a man is wanted or capable of getting other women. Mm-hmm. But as a man, he wants to see from that woman that she's denying every man but him.
Yes, facts.
Yeah,
you agree with that?
Yeah, I feel like that because, like I'm saying, like different like scenarios, like, and especially when he was talking about like baby moms and stuff like that. Like that's one of the things for me. I don't really like fucking with people that got kids because like then it's like the people that are in your past body count. It's like it's kind of like what kind of baggage do they have to like come along with them? I feel like it depends on the situation.
Okay.
Okay. And be particular.
All right. We just got a super chat in. House of Matrix, thank you for the super chat. I really appreciate that. He says, fun fact, we care about your body count. That is true. All right, let's go to the next one. If you're watching this video right now, make sure you like. We still about to probably hit 100, probably 120. Y'all heard that thunder and shit?
Mm-hmm. The lightning.
The fuck?
Thing.
That was a wild take.
Men are interested in innocence. It's innocence that men find appealing. This is what most people don't understand. Yeah. Women don't even know what men find attractive. What actually amazes me is that women go through the world and they're so concerned with how they look. They have no understanding.
I'm sorry. What do you think men find attractive? Name me the top 3.
In my experience, I feel like a lot of men have like appreciated like the hustle that a woman can have, like business wise, like they're,
okay.
Because it like you hear a lot of guys like complaining about like women like mooching off of men, or like in your case like women stringing men along, like in that sort of sense. Mm-hmm. I agree with like the innocence part.
That's why I shouldn't play that.
No, but I agree. I agree with that though. Like I feel like. I mean, even just going, okay, we live by the bars. Like, you go out to the bars and, when people are like, oh, you've never, like, done this or that or, been here, whatever. It's like, it, like, creates this, like, excitement to them.
Okay. And what's the last thing?
I don't know. Maybe, like, maybe independence.
Okay. Independence, okay.
Yeah.
So those 3 things. Would you agree or disagree with those statements, and then why or why not?
A guy doesn't really. It's not that he cares about your career, that you have money, anything like that. Men don't like their time wasted. That's really what it's about. So, like, I don't care if she got money or if she's broke. If you're stringing me along for dates, I'm going to feel some type of way. So when it comes to a man and what he's attracted to, I would say that, for one, especially if you're looking for a guy who's like high performing and whatnot and, in shape, you're looking for a woman who is in shape, who, keeps up with her body, goes to the gym, but still knows how to be feminine. A lot of these women go to the gym and then want to turn into fucking testosterone nuts and shit. Yeah. And they're like working arms and shit like that. Like, no. Like, guys want a woman who is feminine and who's pleasant to be around, who's nice, who's sweet, but only to him. Like I said, that exclusivity, and like Tate was talking about, that innocence. Because I do want to piggyback on something that she said that I agree with. A guy wants to know that, this is your first time doing this, doing that, because it's like the novelty in having this exclusive adventure with me. So I want to be able to make this memory with this woman that no other guy can create. You see what I'm saying? So that's when you start to get guys to plan dates and plan trips and plan situations, when you've proven to him that he can invest in you, and you're not going to go, piss on his investment by going out with another guy and having a similar experience.
Say less. I'm going to throw the question back on you, though. What are the 2 things you think women want? Then I'm going to see if she can confirm.
What do women want?
Yeah.
It's funny. Okay, so
what are the top 2?
Obviously, they have like
Yeats in the building, by the way.
That physical attraction, right? Like they have a physical standard, whatever that is, to that specific woman, but generally I would say, you know, to keep it simple, tall, dark, and handsome.
Okay.
Then working off of that, they want that guy to be a leader, plan dates, you know, be assertive, know what he wants in a woman, and be able to demand that out of a woman. And a woman also wants a man who can challenge her, right? Who can make her do things that the last man couldn't do. You see, and by her doing those things shows how much she actually loves him and actually cares about him. Yeah. So when a woman, you know, a lot of women have, especially in this this day and age, they say, oh, there's piss in the dating pool and whatnot, and they're dealing with a lot of guys who may be sexually stimulating them, but they're not emotionally stimulating them. Because of, you know, partly because they've had so many different experiences with these guys, it's harder to emotionally and physically stimulate that woman. So some guys just say, hey, you know, I'm just going to physically stimulate her, and boom, I'm not really trying to see anything else out of her. So I would say generally a woman wants a guy who's attractive and who's a leader.
Okay. What are your thoughts on that?
I think that I agree with the challenge part. I know the most recent person that I dated, like, you know, there was like a list of things that I hadn't done, or like previous boyfriends like just couldn't, you know, do for or, you know, with me or whatever. Yeah. And like that kind of like again created like the excitement of it, and I feel like that's a big reason why he was like so persistent. And it's because he's crazy. But yeah, but like, I don't know. Okay, I have a lot of
you
friends.
don't know what.
No, okay. So I have a lot of friends who are like, part of me thinks that like sapiosexual is a little bit of like BS, because like I feel like your physical appearance, like, you know, matters to a certain extent.
They want they're sapiosexual when the guy that they're attracted to, you know, like they're
just happens to be smart as fuck.
I mean, if it's an ugly guy and he's smart, but usually you're not gonna get both. Usually you're not gonna get that really hot, intelligent guy, and then or it'll be a trade-off, you know.
Yeah, and so like I have a lot of friends who consider themselves that. It's just, I feel like that's a little bit of BS, but like to where he was like, all, like girls want, you know, tall, dark, and handsome. It's like in some cases, you know, they really may not be the case.
Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah, but like I agree with him how he says like you can't really like check every single box. Like that's just not physically possible as a human. You can't check all the boxes all around for every single person, especially because every single person has all these different preferences.
Yeah. Okay.
A lot of chicks be saying, oh, they want a sapiosexual, but they fucking a bum.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Toxic too.
Yes, or like oh my God.
She's like, don't get me started.
No, because we have this one friend, and like I love her. Shout out Destiny, I love you.
Oh shit, she dropping names. Oh
but,
fuck.
Like damn, like some of the dudes in the past, like that she'd be like talking to or whatever, or like I'd just be like, girl, like.
And
I got you.
And that's actually a good point, because now, since we know, I'm not gonna say her name, but we'll just call her D. If D has been dealing with all these, you know, subpar guys from her words, not mine, but guys who are lower on the totem pole, they're not sapiosexual or they're whatever, they're not intelligent, they're not, you know, having it financially, they're socially maybe not in, you know, put up to par. Like, if you are a woman and you're fucking with these guys, and you're pretty much not holding them to a standard, because the only standard that you're holding them to is being able to fuck you when you want them to fuck you. Like, oh, you leave the bars and you can pull up at their crib. Then why would a man on the back end want to take that on? Like, after Shorty been dealing with all these guys and she didn't require nothing out of him, and then she get with a guy that she actually likes, and now she's requiring the world out of him. It just doesn't make sense for a man to take that on when he's like, shit, you didn't require nothing out of all these other niggas, but now when I pull up and I'm the guy who got my shit together, now you require me to do all these things when you didn't require this out of all those older dudes. So that's why I always say I don't see why women are asking for exclusivity from their partners when they've been sharing men ever since they were single. Like, oh, I'm single by choice. Yeah, you're sharing a man right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. No, I got you. Trent, let's roll it.
It's innocence that men find appealing. This is what most people don't understand.
Yeah.
Women don't even know what men find attractive. What actually amazes me is that women go through the world and they're so concerned with how they look, but they have no understanding on a basic level of what men find attractive in women. And I know that for a fact because every single time I sit with a chick and talk to her, especially for the first time or on a date or something, she's saying always completely the wrong thing. She's saying exactly which makes me less attracted to her. The fact she's still hot will get her through it.
What's the worst thing a woman can say on a first date?
The worst thing is it's just basic things they don't think about, right?
Like, what's the worst thing they could say on the first date?
I mean, there's a bunch of dumb shit they could say, but within a realistic frame, I don't know. But it's all bad. I'll tell you why. It's all bad. Women will sit there and do something they think is innocent. They'll talk about traveling. I've been to here and I've been to there and I loved what I saw this. My favorite place is this. When you sit with a dude on a first date and tell him how many places you've been, all he's thinking is you've been fucked.
Yeah.
You've been fucked by who? Who paid for that?
Yeah, who paid for that?
Yeah. Nice hotel, bitch. Like it's bullshit. Like shut the fuck up. And on top of it, men want innocence, and the reason we find innocence attractive is because we want to be the female's portal to the world. Yeah. If I meet a woman,
you want to hear they've never been anywhere.
Never. I will show you the world.
100%.
The first private jet you get on will be mine. You've ever been in a Lambo? No, you're getting my one first. I'm gonna show you brand new experiences. If I sit there with some bitch and she's like, I've been there, I've been that. I went to this party. My friend has a jet. I was in this Lambo. Da 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 da. And you're just like, shut the fuck up. There's nothing less attractive because we want to be their portal to the world. The reason women don't understand this is they sometimes think, especially if they're sitting with a G, like if they're sitting with a guy like me, they feel like they have to prove themselves by pretending they've been with other ballers, right? They don't want to sit there with a man like me and go, oh, I've never been to a restaurant like this. I wish they would say that. That's the most fucking attractive thing they could say to me. But instead they'll say, yeah, I've been here, and my friend, and I did this. And
they drop Dubai and then it's over.
They start dropping about fucking other shit that they did with them.
If they say Dubai, you got to get the check right away.
Yeah, it's just like, shut up. But they don't. So women don't even know what men find attractive because we're interested in innocence. So he's talking about body counts. It's not even just about the freaky, da-da-da. I'm interested, if I have an experience with a woman, whether it's sexual or non-sexual, I want to be her portal to the world. I want to be the person who shows her something for the first time. I don't want to fuck a bitch who's been fucked every way she can be fucked. What I have to invent something new now? Backflips? Like, I can do it. I can do it. Maybe he's doing backflips. I don't know. But to me, that's not appealing.
You're missing the point.
That is true. That is true. I think.
Okay, you can pause right there.
I think it is.
What's your thoughts on that? And does it work both ways? Like, if a guy is haven't been too many places, do you find that attractive?
As a person who has, like, you know, worked really hard and not have given those opportunities young from, like, family or anything like that, like, me being able to go certain places, whether it be, like, local trips or, you know, out of state or whatever it may be, it's like I work really hard to be able to do that for myself and, like, you know, have those experiences, especially while I'm young. Like, I can honestly say, like, I go on trips with, like, my sister and, like, my best friends a lot. And I just think that that's kind of wrong because it's like, why am I not, as a person who supports herself, why am I not able to, you know, do those specific things for myself? That doesn't mean I'm doing anything crazy like that. Like, I could literally just be going somewhere. Now, I don't have a passport, so I've never been out the country. I'm slacking on that part. But as far as, like, taking trips, you know, within our country, like, I try to work really hard so I can have my vacation. I work my fucking ass off at work, so it's like,
okay,
I feel like it's almost like he's like, oh, they can't do this unless it's, like, being provided by a man. Like, that's kind of fucked up.
That's the second part to it, but I just want to get your initial thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, if you go on any of these dating apps or whatnot, a lot of what you'll see in these women's bio is, oh, I want a man who travels, who can get up and go. You know, a lot of women say, oh, I don't want a guy who has a 9 to 5 because I want to be able to, if I want to go to Belize over the weekend, let's go. And they don't have the money to pay for that. So then that's when you come to that conclusion, okay, how is she leaving the country so often, getting put in these hotels and all this kind of stuff? And the only way that you can make it make sense is, oh, she's connected to a guy who's wealthy and this, that, and the third. So, I mean, it goes back to that novelty. You know, a man does not want a woman who's been flued out by every motherfucking dude and shown all these experiences, and then by the time she gets to you, she's expecting you to not only fly her out to those same places, but even more places. She's coming here and requiring more out of you because she's had these experiences, which are mostly sexual experiences. They're not long-term relationship experiences. Like, it's different if, you're going to the Rocky Mountain with your sister or something for the weekend, or maybe y'all, take a trip down to Florida to the beach. But once you start seeing, oh shit, she's going here, she's going there, she's in Thailand this weekend, then next weekend she's in fucking Colombia, next weekend she's in Dubai. You like, unless Shorty got an OnlyFans, she is not like somebody else is flipping the bill.
Okay,
She got a sugar daddy.
Keep rolling, Trey.
It's symmetrical. That like girls like the same thing.
Girls, and you know what's worse about chicks on dates? I can talk about chicks on dates for a long time. I don't know if I'm allowed to smoke or not, but I don't really listen.
Who gives a fuck?
Yeah,
You're
cool. Good.
You guys want to
Shout out to Y'all Week for letting us smoke in this hotel.
Yeah.
Here, pass them around. Kyle, thank you, Y'all Week, for getting us this smoking permit.
No, this is going to be amazing.
Where they at?
I can talk about chicks on dates for a long time. Because they're fucking
the worst date you've ever been on.
They're fucking awful.
Well, can you give us a strategy then?
The worst date.
We need to cut them and shit.
Got a cutter.
I got a cutter. It's just there.
Can you give us a strategy on how to have a successful
first let me complain about all the things women do. So first they talk about traveling, which they need to not do because men don't want to hear that. Another thing women do, another thing men hate. This is for all the chicks watching this. Another thing men hate. We hate those social bitches.
I want to hear her.
You know what I'm saying? You meet a girl for the first time, right? First time.
Go on.
Here's a test where you meet a bitch for the first time. Say, what are you doing next week? Correct answer. Oh, nothing, just home. Attractive. That's what I want to hear. You ain't been nowhere. You don't go nowhere. Just home. What are you doing next week? Oh, well, my friend has art exhibition, and then my girl knows this guy who's doing this thing, and we're going to this party because it's a launch for this new clothing line, and then on Wednesday, it's my friend's birthday. Her name's Chloe. She's so funny, and we're going to go here, and then this. Then she starts giving you this busy schedule. Ho. Slut. Shut up. Unattractive, don't want to hear it. You're a hoe. You've been too many places. You're not home enough. You're not reading the Bible. Uninterested. Busy bitches, social bitches, unattractive. Next thing that's unattractive that women do is when they fucking say
So you think all social bitches are fucking though?
Unless someone fucking.
What if they're out there just grinding?
It's about that men don't want that. I'm talking about pure just attraction. She could be an innocent angel doing all these things. The fact that still she's going to sit there with me and start talking about all these places she goes, I don't want to hear that. I want to hear innocence, purity, sit at home, don't do shit.
I don't like when they're sluts, but I kind of find it hot when they have their own shit going.
You have her own shit going from home.
From wherever it is, as long as they're not fucking.
Okay, no, but the problem is that you're saying they're not fucking, right? If a woman's going to all these different places and she's attractive, lots of guys are at least trying to fuck her.
But not if she's with a top G.
Okay, that's right. But she's not with you yet, is she? It's date one.
If she is.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So it's date one, right? It's date one. So for the last X amount of months, she's been running all over XYZ, meeting XYZ, and you have to look at her and have enough faith that nobody's ever managed to put their dick in her ever. And the truth is, it really ain't that hard. So it's like, social bitches are worse. I walked in a restaurant with a girl, and she was like, and then we were waiting in this little line. There was like 2 people in front of us, like literally 1 couple in front of us. The line would have been maybe 6 seconds. So it wasn't even worth kicking off. Oh, I know the manager. And I looked at her and go, how do you know the manager? Oh, I just know him through that. I was like, I just wanted to leave. Like, and now I'm just like, now you know the manager of the best restaurant in the city. You're a fucking, now I got to sit there. You're a hoe now. How many times have you been here? With who? Who have you fucking been here with? It's off-putting. It's disgusting.
I see what you're saying, because like a lot of times when men do.
I want to hear your take on this, and then we can wrap it up.
Oh my God.
Because I knew that was gonna be the one.
Yeah, because I be out.
That's what
No, okay, so for me, I've always lived in the city. I've literally always lived in Buckhead ever since I moved to Georgia. literally, like, me personally, I get so fucking bored at home. I'm not one of those people, I can't just, like, sit on my phone all day or watch TV all day. Like, I will get so goddamn bored. Like, I have to, like, be social in some sort of way, whether it be going with, like, my best friends, my sister, like, whoever the fuck it may be. I just have to go do something. Now, that don't mean, like, you know, get drunk every single fucking time. But, like, I'll, like, you know, go try at a new restaurant or, you know, go to the fucking... I don't know, it's Atlanta. There's tons of stuff.
Yeah, stuff, yeah.
But, like, that's just so fucking boring. How the fuck do you expect somebody to literally just, like, waste their life away because you think that if they are not just sitting there stupid ass at home, that it's going to be...
Did they copyright strike this?
They copyrighted.
They copyright strike this in this bitch. Oh, fuck. Well, it's still recording, so just finish your point, and then I'm having to finish your point, and we can wrap up.
It's just, like, it's so fucking stupid because it's, like, just because you have your, you know, insecurities up here about this person because of, you know, going places or whatever the fuck does not mean that's the fucking case. I'm not about to sit here and let you tell me to sit my ass at home because you're insecure, because you think this and that or whatever the fuck. No, that's just literally so boring. One, we're young. Two, like, it's my life, not yours. Like,
got you.
I'm not mad at you for you doing yo shit. Like, you could be a hoe for all I know, you know what I mean? But I'm not about to sit and be fucking boring all the fucking time.
I'm getting so many people in. Right. And then what's your take?
You know, I definitely want a woman who has hobbies, has something to do. But I also want her to be available when I need her. So there's, I think there's a happy balance that you can make. But definitely, like, if I go out with a girl and she knows every dude, like, it's different when she's like, you know, oh, it's my girlfriend here. Like, if she knows a whole bunch of girls, I'm cool with that. But I'm going to start looking at you a little different if I see, oh, you giving all these random dudes hugs. You know this dude, you know that dude. You got too many guy friends.
Yeah.
One, if not two, if not three of them are bound to have clapped the cheeks at one point. So as a guy, like, I just don't want to be out here seen, especially if I'm going to take a chick seriously.
Yeah.
I don't want to be the cleanup man. So I don't want to come out and everybody done did what they did with her, and then now I'm the cleanup man. And then these motherfuckers like, oh, shit, yeah, well, we did this, we did that. But, you know, this is the motherfucker who's going to, you know, pick up the slack.
Okay.
I can kind of see that. I also think, like, and, like, in my head, I'm thinking, like, this isn't, like, we live in Atlanta.
Yeah.
In Buckhead. Like, there's so many people who have mutual friends. Like, you know, for my best friend, for example, that's how I met you. Like, I didn't, you know, there's just so many mutual friends. So in my head, I'm thinking, like, it's such a small place. It's like, how the fuck do you expect somebody to, like, not know all these people if they're, like, going to these certain popular spots? I have my favorite spots in Atlanta. Like, I like to go to these certain areas all the time because it's fun to me. I, you know, have made friends there. Or if I do go by myself, there's, like, you know, people are usually friendly, whatever the fuck it may be. But I get what he's saying. Like, there has to be a balance, which I agree with. It's like, if you are starting...
Because you don't want somebody else.
No, and if you, like, are starting to, like, get serious with somebody, I feel like you... or even, like, have the idea of, like, wanting to talk to them like that, I feel like there should be a balance. Same way with, like, how if people are in a relationship, there needs to be a balance to be able to still spend time with your friends and not just your significant other.
Okay, got you. Now, let me see if we have any questions right now. Hold on. Who the fuck? Hello? Hello?
You got to turn the stream off.
You got to turn the stream off.
Flash Gordon.
Okay. All right. Hello. Sanders, you got a question?
Going once.
Going once. Going twice. All right. Peace out. And who the fuck is this?
I'm dead at the person in the comments sending Bible verses.
Oh, God. All right. Well, what's your IG? And then what's your IG?
Hey, it's Maya. 2 H's instead of 1.
All right.
MAIA.
Y'all can check me out at Reclaim Your Throne, a.k.a. Black Gen Z Mindset, a.k.a. Quarantino to God on YouTube, on Instagram. I'm there. DM me. I'm about to drop a fitness course.
Ooh,
so we are reclaiming our throne when it comes to our bodies, our physiques, and our physicality. So yeah, hit me up.
All right. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. If you want to see more, hopefully much better, hit the subscribe button. So I'm out. Peace.
It's your boy Reclaim Your Throne. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Send your relationship question to the email down below with a screenshot of your Cash App so I know you paying your tithes, man. Y'all need to be on your mom freaking ding with the BS. And you already know. Reclaim Your Throne.
Reclaim your throne.